This is a live look at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium in Annapolis. EA Sports College Football just about a month into the season, and we are ready for this Week 4 clash. It's the UTSA Roadrunners and the Navy Midshipmen. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Home of some of the most iconic college football games in history. Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium in Annapolis, Maryland has seen so many games between Navy, Army, Air Force. This is a beautiful space and a very unique campus in Annapolis, Maryland. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And it's the Roadrunners ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Navy Midshipmen will go on offense first to start this game. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. They want him to take care of the ball, do the dirty work, be good in pass pro, and make plays when he has a chance.
Well, it's been a lot of fun to see this running back put up video game type numbers early this year. But guys, he has not played a run defense like this yet. This is his first real test of the season. He's going to have to be tough. He's going to have to break tackles, have great contact balance, and you got to hold on to the ball. We know this defense prides itself on creating fumbles and causing havoc. So we'll find out just how good this guy really is after this game.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And playing the option man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Pulls it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Navy will have to punt it away. Searching for space. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So UTSA's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And we have a look at Brady Hart, who will be running the show. You have to wonder about his confidence after a 5-interception day in that loss. They'll run it. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Looking for a man. It's Hart. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, on that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Quarterback changing the play. The give on fourth. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on fourth down on your own end of the field early?
Makes the catch, and he's free. Past the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Navy offense sails out, ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Trying to get the corner. He'll do it himself. There he goes. Powers through. They finally knock him down. What a great pitch and run on the option. Navy, after that huge run, might just try to run it right at him again. Keeps it himself. He'll keep it himself. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
On third down, here's Robinson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Navy will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Dropping back, it's Hart. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Motion from the wideout. From the red zone, it's Robinson. Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
keeps it on the option. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time.
Snags it, and he's open. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The midshipman will get things going here on offense. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
We've reached a break, and it's UTSA on top. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Found enough room to cross the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. That's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. Trying to get started. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. UTSA taking over and the offense heads out to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Sells to fake. Finds his big tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? He sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
The give to the lone running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Might as well run him again. On his feet at the 40. Open space at the 25. He is in. Touchdown, Roadrunners. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he's going to bring it out. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as return is stopped short of the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Navy might want to catch this defense sneaking up on 2nd and inches. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Pulls it on the option. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
I tell you what, as that ball starts to get towards the sideline when they're running these option plays, man, those outside players become more pivotal. My corners have to be able to tackle. My secondary is going to be much more involved in getting the quarterback to the ground. Nice job by the secondary, by this defense.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Look out! Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
Scanning the field, it's Hartman. Oh, pressure's coming. Got the big tight end on the corner route. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. A run for the quarterback. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Will they be able to get that one more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? Sticks it in his belly. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And this one is perfect. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Making the adjustment on the play. Quick give. Nice move there. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Out wide right, it's Peterson. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the Army Black Knights. And it's the Sooners looking to make it 3 straight to start the new year. They're already on top in the first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now back to your game in Annapolis. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the hallowed grounds of the U.S. Naval Academy.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Checking in with the Roadrunners head coach. He says this all the time, but the team that holds on to football and rushes the best usually wins the game, and that's what this team has done in the first half. The running back has been terrific. Great ball security and offense now taking the field. They expect to continue that dominant run game here on offense to start the third. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Hart. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes. They've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback will keep it. Pulled to the ground.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB-designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Flip it out to the back on the screen.
Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. It is good. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Ready to fire from the pistol. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Going to the running game. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Uh-oh, look out. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Peterson. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Sets his feet, it's Hart. With the catch, it's Hardy. At the 35, he's loose. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tough run here. It's Peterson. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again. They're looking.
Touchdown, UTSA! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll return it. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Navy offense ready to go on the attack. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jess.
Snags it, and there's running room. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
On the option. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Keeps it himself. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. Navy will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Trying to take it back. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Hart. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Man, everything looked good on that play. The receiver does a really good job of pushing up field and then coming inside. But what happens when you come inside? You start coming to all those bodies and those linebackers and those safeties come into play. And those alligator arms sometimes get a little bit short.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds his tight end. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They just keep firing. Pulls it in. It's Hardy. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here we go, ready. Wide 53,
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Hits inside. It's Peterson. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built a lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got a man. It's Hardy. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
The give on the counter. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Drops back. It's Hart. They're working that left side. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And the Roadrunners line it up with a 1st and goal. He's got the tight end. Could not make his way to the corner.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. 2nd down, going to throw it. Wide out, trying to get it in. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
This offense has converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. A 3rd time would put them in the end zone. Trying to pound their way in. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollack.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a
touchdown, Roadrunners! And the stomping has commenced. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the returner goes down. And here comes the Navy offense. Looking for the edge. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Well, obviously, a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. They want to run this quarterback. He's got enough. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
Man, so nice to have a QB. When you need him, in the moments, can get those big 3rd down conversions with his legs. He does it here. He showed you the wheels some today, but a nice job late in this football game when you really need it.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fullback's got it. Makes a man miss. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Off-play action. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
Looks it in. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Peterson. Past the 6. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of